Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. It says I'm live. Oh my God. You guys, I'm 3 minutes late because I couldn't figure out how to go live after I scheduled it. I was searching literally for the past 5 minutes on how to start the video, and I don't even know how I found it. I'm not going to remember for next time. I clicked like a million things. It was not easy to find out how to go live after I scheduled it. Sorry for waiting, for making you wait. Anyway, here I am. It's been 13 months since I went live, and it's so good to be here. And, those of you who watch my channel know that I only do videos when my higher self pushes me. And today I woke up and they said, you have to do a live today. And I was like, oh my God, okay. I haven't done that in so long. But I'm just going to say a few things before. Well, first, let me just say this. Can you write a comment if my sound is good? If you can hear me okay, and if it's how the quality is, because the speakers or something in my laptop are not good anymore. Thank you. And am I talking loud enough? Because the computer is a little bit far away from me. So thank you. So anyway, let me just say a few things before we get into like different topics of conversation. And about that, actually, can you not like type, can you use code words for, I don't know if they pick up stuff in the chat, but like if you're going to say stuff that might get people kicked off of YouTube, just use code words and we'll try to figure it out. And I will do the same. Thank you, Kara. Is it Kara or Kara? Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you. So we'll use code words in case we talk about topics that are not good for YouTube, but also to those of you who are new to my channel, most of my subscribers and followers are twin flames, because that was like the most videos I've ever made about that topic. However, we don't have to talk about that today. We can if people have questions, but in terms of what we talk about, go ahead and type questions in the chat and then we'll talk about whatever you want. That's why I'm here. Let's talk about a lot of things. So before we get to all of that, I just want to say that I am a hypnotherapist and I do energy healing and I do twin flame sessions and I do life between lives hypnotherapy. And I used to say that I don't do hypnotherapy sessions over the phone, but over the past year, I have been doing them over the phone and they have been going great. So that's an update from me, that if you are interested in hypnotherapy and you know that in the past I wouldn't do it that way, I do it that way, and you can book. My website is stephaniecraft.com. And I also do energy healing over the phone, of course, and people do it worldwide. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can do sessions with me for any kind of session with me. And I do it on WhatsApp for international people, and I do it on just a regular phone with people in the United States. So it works out really well. And I want to know how you've all been, because it's been a long time and I see a lot of familiar people and a couple new people. And I want to know, how have you been over this past year? What have you been doing? How's it been going for you? And then we can get to some topics to talk about, specifically anything in the world. We can talk about anything, things that are going on now, in our world, in our lives, or specific questions that you have about anything. I do have, yeah, Jojo, I do have a lot of rocks. That's nothing. I just put these out here because I was like, well, let me just add, I'm holding some. I'm like, oh, I have so many crystals. This one is so cool. Can you see how it shifts? And it's so shiny. Oh my gosh, this is such a cool one. I have a huge rose quartz here. It's huge. And a blue, I think it's probably calcite. Oh my God. And this one is so beautiful. I don't know what it's called, but it is so gorgeous. Like a celestite type, but I don't know if that's exact. Yeah, maybe that's celestite. Anyway, let's Yes, it is Hyperstein. Oh my god, this one. Yes, it's so cool. It's the coolest. I love this one. Let's let me read through everything and see if there are any topics that people want to talk about. Okay. Oh my gosh, Stephanie T, you have a great question. I need to let go of childhood trauma. What would be the best path to do that? Well, not to promote myself on my own channel, just kidding. I'll just do it. Yeah, I do a lot of work with clients on clearing childhood trauma, and even one session can be really effective and helpful. But in addition to that, gosh, so many things. Look at my channel when this is over or whenever, the TRE video that I have, trauma releasing exercises. That's one thing you can do that. It's somatic. It releases trauma from your body, but that's where it's stored. And once it's gone from your body, it's gone from your psyche for the most part too. So there are so many ways like hypnotherapy, energy healing, clearing, TRE. Um, I actually have a video about family constellations on my channel. That's something that you would do with a practitioner. There's so many. There's flotation tanks, but that's not specific for childhood trauma. It's just for any stress or trauma or insomnia or PTSD or whatever. But hypnotherapy and energy healing would be really good for releasing childhood trauma, I would say. What else? How to protect our energy. The best way to protect your energy is by raising your vibration and using like calling upon light and help, like God, Jesus, angels of protection. Also, it's important because if you're an empath or a sensitive person, a lot of people's energies can get to you like psychic attack. Psychic attack is really just if anybody is thinking about you, it can be a psychic attack if it's a negative thoughts. So you want to be able to clear every day if you need to, if you feel something building up. So salt bath or put your feet in a salt soak, because the salt changes your electrical charge and it clears energy. But for protection, yeah, surround yourself with light, fill yourself with light, connect to your higher self, use your command, like be very strong in your will. So you want to build up your third chakra, that's right here, like your solar plexus, your like upper abdominal area. You want to be really strong in your third chakra, that's your personal will, and have a really strong boundaries. And you have to be pretty strong about it to have good protective energy. But what will draw stuff to you that's negative or attacking is a vibration of fear. And so you really want to stay out of fear as much as possible. That's probably the literal number one way to protect yourself, is to not be in any fear. So that's what you would want to work on, is releasing fear to be protected. Because what happens is that the negative energies or dark forces come in through fear, through your emotional state. So that's going to be your number one protection. Wow. Oh my gosh, Kara, that's so good. What is OA? Sugar. But congratulations on all that you have accomplished, and I'm so happy for you. What do you want to talk about today, everybody? Okay, here's a question. I still have lots of crushes and connections to soulmates during the separation. Is this something for healing while in separation, or should I be focused on my own journey? Okay. Oh, overeaters. Yeah, yeah. Good for you. Yeah. So about twin flames and soulmates, the question is like having crushes and connections with soulmates while you're still on a twin flame journey. Remember, twin flames don't necessarily come together. So don't ever feel like you're waiting. It's hard. Like if you're in that phase of waiting, it's hard to like shift it, but start to wrap your mind around, this is a soul connection that is eternal. You will always be connected. You might always feel them or think about them, but if you really do want a relationship in real life, then definitely connect with soulmates. Definitely let those connections blossom. See who you resonate with. You might have soulmates that are highly connected to you, where you can have a peaceful, harmonious relationship, which is not as easy to do with a twin flame. So, twin flames are more for learning and growth and soul evolution and experience. That's very intense. That's up and down. That's back and forth. That's like push and pull, or like separation times and together. And it could be years of separation, days, weeks, months. But really, you just want to try to go with the flow of your life and what's coming into your life. So if somebody's coming into your life that's more of a soulmate, I would say go with that. Go with those connections and those people that you like and the crushes and stuff, because um, everybody should be like able to have someone in their life if they want them. And so don't be caught up in waiting for a twin flame ever, because that's not really the path. The path is more of doing whatever is presenting itself in your life in the now. And remember, the twin flames connection is really, it's almost like your spiritual best friend. And so it's going to always be there, but it's not maybe going to manifest in a regular 3D relationship. So, ascension, or allowing myself to feel emotions again after shutting them off due to prolonged abuse. So, I don't talk about ascension because I don't really get into new age terminology. However, um, we feeling emotions after shutting them off after prolonged abuse. So that's a hard one, but it would be probably working on clearing the trauma from the abuse first. It may not feel safe to open up until you've cleared trauma. So I would say, like the same answer that I said a few minutes ago about how to clear trauma, do some of those things, get some help. Usually you need help from a helper, like a practitioner, or some kind of assistance. It's not the easiest thing to do to clear trauma on your own. So energy healing, hypnotherapy, other modalities, whatever comes across your path. And after you've been clearing the abuse, then you can start to open up and feel more. And I wouldn't push it until you've done some work, but and keep boundaries pretty strong with people. And then when it feels safe with people who are not abusive or toxic or dysfunctional, then you can begin to open. And it should be a natural opening. You don't have to force it. That would create resistance. It's like trying too hard to do something that should come naturally once more healing has happened. So that's what it's going to happen. But if you're trying to open your heart and feel more, start with safe things like puppies, like watching puppies or kittens on like videos, or children laughing, babies. Watch comedy shows like stand-up comedy, so you can start laughing, so you can start feeling love and what's cute and beautiful. Look at nature. So like start where you can feel the love of nature, love of the God's creation, and all things that are good in life, that are here, that are safe to love. And then you can, once you feel that opening in your heart and you feel the ability to feel more deeply, then you can start kind of emanating that, or projecting that onto people. And then it can grow from there. But it's not going to be like an artificial forcing of it. But good. Yeah, open. Good. Stephanie, that was such a good question. So, any other questions? So, even though there aren't questions right now, I'll go ahead and start talking about something that's happening that, right now, a lot of people are getting that thing, I'm going to call it the thingamajiggy. It's the injection thing. And I don't want to use any of the normal words for it, but have you been noticing, or have you seen all the reports of the women who have been around people who got it and they're having like menstrual problems. I don't want to even use that word because I don't want to be flagged, but like we can use the word cycle, but anyway, they're having a lot of issues and losing babies and stuff, so it's really scary. Has so some Yes, Stephanie, you've seen it. um it's like millions of women now. So I'm personally not, yeah, lady problems, that's a really good way to put it. I'm personally not exposing myself to those people for now because of the massive numbers of women that are having issues that are so bad. Like, and not only now, it's children. I have seen, now I'm in groups like with thousands, tens of thousands of women, multiple groups. Uh, and now I'm reading stuff about children having nosebleeds, but like gushing, like scary, and children who go back to school and being around their teachers who got it and being sick, like so many, yeah, so many health problems now, children and women. Men, I haven't heard as many things, but yeah. So do you think it transfers? It does. It absolutely transmits to others. And we're not talking about viral, I don't want to use that word, but starts with an S, but anyway, it's transmission, and it's not the V word, it's other things. Energy transmission is happening just by being near someone because of like nano things and other energy transmission things. So yes, just stay away if from them if you can. That's what I'm doing. That's what I would do if I were you. But some people can avoid it, and I know that. And a lot of people who cannot avoid it are still doing okay. And nobody knows how long. I mean, I think it might be forever based on the technology that's used. So if you, like, there's a group, I don't know if you're on Facebook, there's groups on there, there's one on Telegram, there are tons of videos, tons of videos, like on BitChute and Rumble, Instagram. I'm not on Instagram, but there are a lot of people making videos on there that I've seen. And also, I would say don't get it no matter what. And if you have a spouse who's getting it, I have seen so many reports of women being affected because their spouse got it. Men are having issues. Yeah, no, I take that back. I do. There is a group on that I saw for men, and I can't remember the name of it. It's somebody's first name, something secret group, Dave's secret group, or John, something like that, Dave's secret group or something. But I don't know the name of it. The man's name. It's a common male name. But anyway, it's like testicular pain and swelling, blood coming out in the urine, erectile dysfunction, low sperm count has definitely been noted, highly noted. So the people who really are going to need to speak out, especially, are the OBGYNs, the gynecologists, and obstetricians. However, we haven't seen that yet because their lives could be on the line, or their practices, and so that's the unknown if they're going to start speaking up. But they are swamped now, and with all the comments I'm reading, it's basically like a massive issue. So what else? So I would do, like, Stephanie, you're saying that your husband's work is pushing. I would do this is life or death. So, that's what it comes down to. So do whatever you can to not let anybody you love get it. Although I know people don't always listen, and people are kind of doing whatever they want right now, and they're not believing stuff. But we're in a depopulation event. So that's what it is. This is a WAR. So you gotta just do what you can. Don't be intimate with anybody who got it ever. One of my friends kissed a guy who had it, and she was bleeding for a month. So, um, kissing, being intimate in any way is not going to be safe. So it's a crazy time, right? So I wanted to just cover that, but we don't have to dwell on it. I just wanted to say it because I think it's so important for people to know about so you can take care of yourself and your loved ones. So, what else do you want to talk about? How have you been over this past crazy year? And how has your life changed? Or what do you think about what's going on? Or any other kinds of questions? So far, um, so far, not too many questions. Yep, you're welcome. You're welcome. My life hasn't changed too much. I did move my office to be on my own, and I opened up a brand new office, and it's beautiful, and I see clients there, but not much because I won't see the people who got the thingamajiggy in person. So I'm not really going there too often. It's like 8 minutes from my house. I do most of my sessions on the phone, and I'm home most of the time. So my life hasn't changed too much. Luckily, I can work, and that is a blessing. And I'm still working a lot with clients, and that's all going really well. But life doesn't seem to be changing coming up in the near future at all. For us in the world, it seems like this is going to keep going on for quite some time until people start to maybe revolt, stand up, cause some ruckus. And I think we should do that more in controlled ways. Like, I mean, if I'm seeing Europe, who's from Europe and what country? I know I have a lot of European people. So tell me, like, where you're from and if you're seeing these protests and marches, because I'm seeing some pictures and videos of more marches and protests in other countries, but I'm not seeing any in the United States. I mean, not that there might be some, I just haven't seen them. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but I've been researching for 12 years, and it seems this is part of a plan to reduce global population. I'm glad you typed it like that so I could say it like that too. But that this is only part of the larger plan. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I have also been researching since for 17, oh my God, 18 years now. I have also been researching this stuff. And yes, it's been in the works for decades and for a long time. Even the thingamajiggy that they are putting in the arms, that was created a long time ago with new technology that is very bad. And it was even before they rolled out the V. So rolling out the V is for the thingamajiggy. So it's not what they say in the mainstream, of course. How soon do you see the pendulum swinging back into a more productive, common sense approach to life in general? Any sort of timeline? Yes. Thank you, Jojo. Anyway, Jojo, it's nice to see you here. You're a friend of mine. So anyway, basically, astrologically, this form of control is here astrologically. I'm not predicting anything, but until 2026. And I think that they might keep trying it until then because of the astrology. The astrology of that is so strong. And because I've followed it before and they predicted this, it seems legit, like it's playing out in the stars. However, there's also other astrology, like where people will start to want freedom. So there are some combating forces where, and you can see it now, where there's like a splitting, where people are going down one timeline, which is like they're willingly going into control and the controllers are doing everything, and then there's another timeline or split of people who want to be free and sovereign and don't buy into that, and that those communities will start to build and form, and they are on small scales already, depending on where you are, not depending on where you are, but like depending on where you are, some of them are bigger and some of them are micro. Like in my area, I'm in Northern Virginia, Fairfax County, which is 15 miles. I live 15 miles from DC, which is this area is very highly controlled. And so, in order to have groups of freedom fighters, they're very, very small. And I'm in like one of them, sort of. I mean, I went to one event, but anyway, it was nice to see other people. But those people were not completely awake either. So it's hard to find. But okay, getting back to your question. What I see is things getting so bad and the ramifications of the thingamajiggies with the other people who are nearby having the effects that is so happening so quickly now. It's spreading, and like it's happening to so many people now, that the word about that is spreading, that it will cause some awakening about the thingamajiggy, and that might end up slowing down and having some light bulbs go off for some people. And when that starts to happen, there's going to be friction coming up with the ones who want everybody to do it and the people who want people to do it, and the ones who say, hold up, wait a minute, like, let's look at this and let's stop, or no, you're not doing that to me. So with that momentum coming this year into the fall, like when they get their other thingamajiggy with for the FLU, that thing is going to cause a lot of that, you know what I'm talking about, to happen. And where the ones who got the thingamajiggy right now, they're going to have the effects from the FLU thingamajiggy, and that's going to cause a lot of people to, sorry to say it, but they're not going to do well. And then, so we're going to start to see this snowball effect of like people realizing maybe what's going on, but the controller ones, are going to say that it's new strains of the V, and that we need to lock down more and get more thingamajiggies and, crazy stuff. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, that what's going to happen. So basically, when it's going to be like a couple years, I think, more of the pendulum swinging. So back to a more productive common sense approach to life. Yeah, like we're going to have these breakout groups of like people, rebels, who are saying like, hey, our kids are going back to school and they're getting all sick. We can't have that. So we're going to have like micro groups of like people who are involved with school trying to fight back, or making the parents like making the masks come off the kids, or like it's going to be like in sectors where people start to speak up more and more. So it's going to be a slow rollout of this pendulum, because it's not going to be like a huge wave, I don't think. I think it's going to be like a group, what we've been seeing already, like groups of people. Like, did everybody see there's like a video going around where a bunch of parents stormed the school board? I don't remember what state, but they stormed the school board meeting area with no masks, and they were saying that we don't want our kids wearing masks, and the entire school board quit because of the number of people that were there showing up and kind of resisting them and fighting them and saying to stop. So under that pressure, the school board resigned the entire, and then they started to elect people who were standing there like to the school board. So freedom fighters now were elected to that new school board. So we're going to see these micro groups doing this shifting, but an overall pendulum shift of a greater population. I mean, we're going to have to go through some bad things and effects that are happening, that have been sort of rolling out now, for that to happen. But I would say in the next 2 to 3 years, greater movements will happen. Ways of living can change. while simultaneously this control thing is going to come down harder and harder, and then the resistance groups will be building and building. So I think that we won't be on the other end of it to feel more freedom until probably in like 5 years, according to the astrology, but that also feels right. So I don't like that. That's so not my preference, because I want freedom now, and I want the shift. I want everybody to have woke up like 10 years ago when they were supposed to. Otherwise, this wouldn't have been such a success, this rollout of what they're doing. But then again, maybe it's all in divine order, and it had to get this bad and play out this way for humanity as a whole to have a mass awakening and a mass shifting of our way of life. So I do see a massive shifting of our way of life, where probably some people will go down that control route because they like that and they want that. But I almost feel like maybe the majority eventually will shift over into the freedom way of living, and we will create new ways of living that are more natural, more aligned with natural law, more aligned with the natural body, like biology. That's not AI, that's not technology, but that is going back to like the earth and creating from a place of honoring nature and nature on all levels. And this, natural medicine, natural food, natural products. But it doesn't mean like capitalism will go away. Capitalism will help people thrive and like have monetary systems that work for people to be, I don't think we'll be without money or that kind of thing. And I don't really want to get into crypto because I don't like crypto personally. But let's just go back to the questions and make sure I like answered everything that kind of came up. Yeah, the fact that I have to use code words and spell things out pretty much says it all. Look where we are. I mean, you can't say this isn't communism, totalitarianism. It already is. And then it just comes down harder as we go along. I'm so sorry, Mystic Madge. It is most people, she says her family got he or she. I'm gonna say she. I don't know. I can't see the picture, but um probably a woman. But anyway, a lot of you are in that same boat where your loved ones, your family have gotten it and there's nothing you can do. So that is a really sad state that we're in. Like knowing that those people might get sick or worse is very upsetting. I mean, it's so sad. I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm sure. Oh, you live in Woodbridge. Oh my gosh, I'm near you. Maybe we know each other. I'm so sorry. Oh, hi, Courtney. Do you think if your twin gets the thingy, it might affect you, even if you have no physical contact? If you're near him, yes. But far, far away, I do not think so. No, I don't believe that. Because this transmission is nearby people. And energetically, I know we're totally connected to our twin, but no, I don't think that can happen. I heard 2022 is supposed to be, oh my God, the worst year yet. And we will be golden by 2024, according to mundane astrologers I follow. I like the sound of the 2024. And let's all like manifest that and keep that hope of like sooner than later, there'll be more awakening, more of this shifting, like JoJo said, of the swing of the pendulum to a better timeline, better outcomes, more freedom, more sovereignty. I think that's great. I was just thinking about that, Courtney, if my twin gets the vaccine, would it affect me? That was a good question. I mean, it is crazy, right? How much our twin affects us, like in terms of our body, our emotions, what we're feeling. But I don't think that the thingamajiggy will do that if you're far away from each other. Oh, you're in Vail, Arizona. That's nice. I don't actually know Vail, Arizona, but it sounds nice. I also feel that will be the case, especially with the current administration. It seems like things will get worse. Oh, yeah. They got worse from day one. But yeah, It's called revelations for a reason. Yes, right? We want everything to be revealed. We want all truths on this planet to come out. That's from free energy, UFOs, ETs, and everything that they've hidden from us here, like our history, the history of the world has been hidden. Natural medicine, what heals our body, natural or high tech, even natural or high tech things that heal our body, like frequency, even sound. I mean, just that's not high tech, but you know what I mean? Just the variety of these healing things. But yes, Revelations is, I know that's coming from the Bible, and then I took it over to like use the literal word revealing, but that's part of it to move into um I don't know what to call it, the golden age, the age of Aquarius, the new earth, the 1,000 years of light. What would you call it? You can type it. Sounds like we'll be going back to our roots as a collective, which I also foresaw happening. I feel like that has been in the works for a while since there has been increasing interest. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. Going back to our roots, our natural ways of being, like I said, that are in alignment with natural law and how we should be living, um, to have more well-being, to be more connected spiritually, be more connected to the body in healthy ways versus the contrast that we have right now is the people who are like going down the path of the technocracy, putting nano stuff in the body, and there's other stuff that I don't want to name that are ingredients. There's one that I'm not going to name, but it actually lights up inside the body, like literal light, so that with certain technology they can be scanned and it can be seen and detected. But there are a lot of and the other thing that codes your DNA, you know what it's called, starts with like, M, R, and so on. And that codes the DNA. And so these people are GMOs, they're permanently altered and they are no longer the original human. And so I don't even know that tangent I was about to go down, but basically I was going to say like those people are doing that. And it's such a contrast to what we are naturally and the divine intelligence of our biology. Like, think about our biology and the infinite intelligence that went into it, down into the cell. I mean, I love biology. I studied it in like graduate school and on continuing on now. But like, if the macrophages, like they eat they are the cleanup crew. It's like we have this amazing biology in nature and plants and animals and the human body that is literally miraculous, and to not trust in that and or like learn about it deeply and understand it is such a sad state of affairs for the part of the world, the people who are going down this other route, which is just damaging everything that we have, that we were made in a sacred way. This is a sacred temple, our body. It's the most amazing machine, organic machine that has self-healing mechanisms. And the more we come out, more that's revealed to us of what natural things do to, like, every cell in the body has a cannabinoid receptor. So like it's like we can use the natural world to enhance our biology and heal not only the natural world in terms of plants, but like as medicine, but also like light and sound. So what things that are naturally produced are the ultimate healers, and light and connection with God, source, the source of all, the source of light and information and love, the highest source of all. Some people don't like the word God, and even sometimes, well, whatever. You can pick your own word. Yeah, going back. Yes, alternative medicine. Yes. Male. Oh, Mystic Madge, you're a male. Thanks for letting me know. It's nice to meet you, and you're right in my nearby. Pockets of freedom. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's keep reading. My buddy's wife actually got it. Oh my God, he's getting a divorce. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, couples. Oh, wow, that's intense. I mean, look, this is us aligning with our soul families and our like-minded people, right? That's what's happening. Find your tribe. Like, it's such a wonderful thing. I recently met somebody new, a man, and he, like within the past month, and he's told me he's literally never met a person like-minded, like me. Like he and I are on the same page on every single detail of everything. And like I'm the first person he's ever met. He's 40 years old and that he's ever met in real life that knows everything he knows, believes everything he believes. And so it's just to say, like, it's happening. Like people are meeting um each other because of this. So like your friend Jojo who's going to get a divorce, yeah, who is he going to start to seek out, right? To date once he gets over the whole, I mean, divorce is not easy and it takes a while to heal, but like a person who is very compatible. This is going to make people connect with people who are more compatible. So after they get through all the rough spots, like right now, breakups, divorces, that's going to be going on for a while now because of what's happening. And then, but how good it will be for people to find each other who are really meant to be together. Thank you, Courtney. Lots of love to all of you. That's so sweet. You're welcome. Um, yeah, same thing going on with other people. Britt says the same thing that, that getting the thingamajiggy was the last straw. Oh, Jojo, thanks for clarifying. It was Vail, Arizona, where that school board, the parents overthrew the school board. Yay. Is Earth flat, though? Okay, so that's the thing. I'm not gonna get, I don't think so, but it doesn't matter because of the fact that this is a hologram and it might not be everything that we believe anyway. Everything's been a lie. And so if that's a lie, okay, that's a lie. I know NASA's a lie. I know all of that's a lie. But the shape of it probably doesn't matter in any way, shape, or form, no pun intended, because of it doesn't change our lives. And when we get to the level of understanding it's a hologram, the shape of it doesn't end up mattering. What matters is the lies, the fact that there are lies, and then the digging for more truth and understanding. But some people go down that rabbit hole and become full on flat earthers, which is fine for them. I have nothing against that at all, because I understand why people think that. And I've gone down that rabbit hole and it's very convincing. But I'm not that interested in attaching to that theory because ultimately it's not going to matter. All right, let's see. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. It's nice to see a nice sized group. It's slightly small, but that's normal for my lives. There was a lot. Let me read. There was a lot of other factors leading up to it. Yeah, that's always the case. Yeah. So RG, the thing on the rollout now is just a pinnacle of what we've been ingesting, breathing, facing for years already. Absolutely. Absolutely. Those of us who know about it, we've been seeing it in the skies, in the food, in the water, in the products, in the plastics. Like the school system has been, dumbing people down. The media, like in every facet of life, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, we've been attacked, right? Left and right, everywhere. So we've had to sort of find our own ways of doing things. But that's those of us who have been awake. And then that will become bigger and bigger with people saying, oh, really? That shampoo is toxic. Let me start using this. And anyway, that kind of thing is going to keep on continuing and getting better and better. Alongside this other craziness, like I told, like I've been saying, the people who want to be controlled, they're going to be, I don't know what's going to happen to them. Some of them won't be here anymore. Some of them might wake up, but it's kind of too late with the thingamajiggy. But well, there might be an antidote because the fact that the people who created it would also create an antidote. And I've heard about one. It's called, I don't know anything about. I'm not even going to say it. I've heard about a couple, but let's see. Yeah, you can't be with someone like that. After you wake up and you learn all of this stuff and your partner is one way, usually you're not. Most people can't be with something so different like that. Could someone who had it get to the autophagy phase? That's such a good question. Tulip personality. I love your name there. You know what? I believe that anything is possible, but I can't speak to that question because we don't know. But that's such a great question. I mean, great concept because the body is self-healing, right? I believe that everything is under the will of God and your soul. So it's like if you're not meant to get affected in this life, you will not. Some people are protected. And then can the body, so for everybody who doesn't know what autophagy, it means self-cleaning from the cellular standpoint. So cells die every day, and then there has to be a cleanup crew to clean those proteins and cells from the body to dissolve them and make them leave. And that's what autophagy, it means self-eating, but it's a self-cleansing thing that happens cellularly. And when we fast for like more than 36 hours, 36, 20, probably autophagy might start around 24 to 36 hours, but more so 36 hours and beyond. When you fast that long, your body goes into autophagy to clean up toxins and heal your body. But it doesn't happen before that because it's not given a chance. We have other self-healing things that happen in the body that are not autophagy from fasting. Otherwise, we'd all be dead. Yeah, let's remove the sacredness of life. That's what they're doing. But some of us are keeping it, and that's good. Thank goodness, Stephanie, you and your husband are on the same page. That's wonderful. Supreme consciousness. I love that. Thank you for that word choice. It's a great one. Good. You've been finding your soul tribe, Britt. It's a wonderful. That's the best thing to do. Sorry, I lost my place. It takes me a while to find it again and then read. I wish for everybody, including myself, that you find a partner who is on the same page and you're perfect match, totally compatible, that resonates with you, like-minded. Yeah, people shouldn't be so hung up on the shape of the earth, and the lies are what matter. I agree. Yeah, most of the like-minded people you found are on the internet. I'm lucky that I have people locally that I know who are, but most of everybody else is on the internet too. For me too. Anybody else have questions? I've been going for 49 minutes. Same number as my age. I'm going to be 50 in July. Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll have to have a birthday celebration on here. Don't hold me to it because as you know, I don't come on here that often. Um, but yeah, I'm so glad you're all here for this live. Age is an achievement. Thank you. I agree. I think it's a wonderful thing, actually. I'm happy about it. No, no negative. I mean, it feels weird because it's a high number, but I'm okay with it. I feel great. I'm healthy. I'm doing what I want. My life is wonderful. So I can't complain. So, what else? Do you have hope for the future? Do you think it's going to shift? Are you depressed? A lot of people are like hopeless about our world and what's happening. But if you focus too much on it, on the present of what's going on out there, it could get you down. But just keep hoping, knowing that we didn't come here to be like completely controlled and like I'm saying like a lot. I should really stop doing that. I haven't spoken live on a video in 13 months, so forgive me for my how rough I am. There is still hope left. Yes, absolutely. We're going through a phase for humanity, and we've done that before, and we're doing it now. And then this phase will shift, hopefully with not too much damage, but we will shift out of it into a better life coming up. So for those of us who are here, there's so much hope for a better world on the other side of this weird time. I believe that. Yeah, the source cannot allow some petty plans to destroy his creation. I agree with that because these are petty plans. They're stupid and they're dumb and they're not going to fully work. And we're going to come out of it on the other side better and stronger. Just hang in there. And I know a lot of you will be having like the interpersonal problems because of what's going on right now with the thingamajiggy and the trying to stay away from maybe the others, family, friends. It's not an easy time right now. It's like a sort of more of a separation of people, but we have to learn and grow and evolve through this so that we can really see as humanity how we should be living, what's in alignment with natural law, with our bodies, with our souls, with God. And that is where we're headed. And if we're not headed that way, then we're going to self-destruct. So the experiment gets started all over again. No, we're not. I don't think that's what's going to happen this time around. But in any case, life is eternal, and we live on, and so does life on Earth. Yeah, we do. It does take us here to do the actions. We do to make this a better place. We have to. Am I taking in-person sessions? Yes. I opened up a new office in Fairfax. It's on my website, stephaniecraft.com, and I see people in person there. I do not see people who got the thingamajiggy, and that is to protect myself, but that will protect my office as well. So you can feel comfortable coming. And I do phone sessions, hypnotherapy, energy healing, twin flame sessions. Thanks, Jojo. You're doing great, staying in the flow and reading all of this and coming up with answers isn't as easy as it looks. You're keeping everything smooth. Yeah, thank you. I knew you didn't get it, Mystic Madge. I just want you to know how I work, and also you can feel comfortable coming in person. I think everything that is going on will allow us to get into greater alignment with our true nature, unless for those like us who see through the deception and corruption. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. That pendulum is swinging more toward, wait, what does work for the human body? What should we be doing? Maybe we should be turning off the media. Maybe we should be listening to the crazy conspiracy theorists because maybe there's something that they know and that, thanks, Carol. Good to see you here. That we know what we're talking about, and we've been researching, and we want health and healing for everyone, and wellness and love and unity in terms of, you know, what that means for you. Unity, we don't want unity so much with the ones who are going to be like the walking dead or zombies who are contaminated. And I hate to say we don't want unity, but you know what I'm talking about. Once we're just trying to protect ourselves, and we want unity for humanity ultimately, but we have to get there first and slowly, except for those like us. Or yeah, typo. Got it. Yeah. Except for those. Yeah. So anyway, going back to the chat. So yeah, anybody have any last things that they want to say or for me to talk about before we go? Before we hang up? We're not hanging up, but ending the live stream. Thank you for joining me, everybody. It's been fun. It's been fun to connect. It's been a while. Maybe I'll do this more often. I say that sometimes and then I don't do it, but I'm a person who does things based on my higher self pushing me to do it, or my mood. I'm a Cancer sun, so I'm like into feeling. I feel things instead of like the logical mind just pushing, just do it. You have an agenda. You have to follow your schedule. I'm like, well, no, but how do I feel about it? How do I feel? That's me, like feeling. Anyway, all right. That's on that note. It feels like time to end it. Thank you for joining me. It's been so nice. The light exposes the darkness, not peacefully coexist. Yeah, that's a great way to end it. We do need to expose the darkness. Yeah, Virgo, you're different. Yeah, you're the scheduler, different from me. Planner, I know what that's like. Oh, cool, Britt. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. I loved all your comments and your hearts and your thank yous, and you're so welcome. And I'm sending all of you lots of love, and I'll see you again soon, I hope. Bye.